day after firework night, 6th of November, and here the roses still blooming and finishing the cycle of life. The primroses are still here, coming into full bloom, and it's about 16 degrees today. Quite unbelievable, we say. I'm sure it's going to change soon. I imagine so. I hope so, for the wildlife. But here's Nikki out in the garden picking up all the spent fireworks that came from different neighbours and so on. So we didn't have a bonfire last night, and getting rid of them. And I think she'd like to say a few words about the actual bonfire and the effect it's having on nature. Don't you, Boo?
Yeah, they're starting to come out now, I've noticed, only just.
Or the birds.
But this morning there was absolutely no noise whatsoever from the birds, and usually it is every morning, throughout the morning, not just early at 5 AM, but all morning. You hear them talking and twittering away, as they do. Yeah, after what happened last night, I'm not surprised that most humans be freaked out. I was.
So you reckon that probably the loud bangs and things, which we saw on the video actually earlier on.
Yeah, it would have scared the living daylights out of them.
Of course, yeah, and maybe...
Alright, it's fun, yeah, but are they licensed enough? I think the laws of them aren't strong enough and stringent enough, and should we have it in the first place?
Well, yeah, I agree actually.
All very well in having a good time and having a few drinks, have a party, fine, I'm all for that, having a great time, but not when it comes to nature and hurting things and hurting, you know, little birdies and things.
Well, we saw earlier, didn't we?
Dogs, or cats.
Yeah, we saw earlier that only a few days ago the birds were collecting material to build nests, so it's possible they could have built nests and laid eggs, but perhaps the fireworks would have panicked them.
Is it needed, is what I'm thinking. You know, it's been going on for 10 centuries now.
I agree.
Do we really need it?
Yeah, and what a lovely time for terrorists, eh?
Oh,
If you want to bomb something, bomb it while fireworks night is on.
The old computer emails, and you know, we apparently live in an anti-terrorist world, so why on earth are we selling fireworks when there's all this going on?
Yeah, because after all,
you could quite easily build one at home by doing all this, quite easily, without going on a computer.
Yeah, that's true,
by the way, but...
yeah, once a year we sell gunpowder to the public.
It's quite ludicrous.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you, darling.
You're welcome.
We'll see how the old Indian summer goes on now, eh? It's getting a bit chillier now, but it's still...
It should be snowing or chilly by now, is it? No.
No, it isn't. No,
well, I've got my coat on because I get cold easily. But...
You do, yeah. It's about 15 degrees, I think, at the moment.
Yeah, it should be about 8 degrees.
It should be, or even lower, yeah.
Thank
you, darling.
Yeah,
that's all right. Yeah, anyway, as Nikki was saying, out in the garden there, she was picking up the fireworks about how fireworks scare animals, birds. I mean, those birds could have laid eggs, been sitting on the eggs, bang, they put their foot through it, crush the eggs that you don't know, all sorts of things can happen. They fly away, scared, abandon them. And of course, my mate Frank Swain phoned me the other day, he's a bus driver, and he was having a break, and he phoned me up and he said, just sort of let you know, Pete, he said he was going past this animal sanctuary, and they were having a firework display. Now we all know that animals get scared. They're in the middle of this animal sanctuary. These are people that are supposed to be looking after animals have a firework display which is going to scare the animals to death. You know, I remember our dog Magic, whenever a firework display was on, we got to do it regularly before firework night. We used to have to get him sedated. Otherwise, he used to, even then sedated, he'd sit under the table shaking all the time the fireworks were on. And in the war, people know that a lot of animals died, not because they were blown up or anything like that, but by the noise. Birds would fall off trees and things like that because they'd have heart attacks straight away. A lot of old people too have heart attacks or angina attacks every firework night. So I think it is probably, in the middle of this Indian summer thing, I think that's a good point worth making. And like we said out in the garden, what a great time for terrorists, you know? This country is supposed to be civilised, and yet we sell explosives to anybody at this time of the year. How crazy is that? Anyway, let's get back to this Indian summer thing, see if the weather changes. Sunday the 13th November. It's actually Remembrance Sunday today. You know the red poppies, I wear the white one myself, but there you go. And you'll see the trees are losing their leaves at last, but it's still pretty good here. In fact, it's, you know, those blue skies up there. It's only early in the morning now, about 10 o'clock, and it's already 16 degrees, which is a bit silly really. And this little friend here is still flaring away, and primrose is still coming out, and there's daisies on the lawn. In fact, Nikki said she'll probably have to cut the grass today. It's a bit damp. We have had a few grey days, but it's still quite amazingly bright and sunny and warm for this time of the year. You know, I mean, another month or so we've been nearly at Christmas. Right, just about now out there to film Nikki cutting the grass, and I'm going out like this because it's that warm. It's about 17 degrees now. There we are, it's Nikki cutting the grass, alright? And it's on the 13th of November. It's quite something that, isn't it, really? She's having to cut the grass, and you can see how much it's grown there. Look where she's cut, where she's still got to cut. So that's quite something. I wouldn't be surprised to see her giving it another cut in December. It depends how the weather goes, of course. There's a road coming there. Lovely. It's Thursday the 17th of November now, and look, there's a dandelion setting its seeds here. There's more primroses coming out. There's periwinkles in flower. You really wouldn't think that it's towards the end of November, nearly into December, really, would you? Look at the blue skies, kind of amazing, and our little friend again, still flaring away here. A misty autumnal day on the 20th of November 2011 in our garden. It looks like the sun breaking through, but it's misty, and it's still quite mild actually. I'm standing here in a doorway, back door, with no shirt on, so we'll see how it goes. 20th of November. I reckon it's probably about 14 degrees at the moment, and that's at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Well, as it's a Sunday morning, we thought we decided to have a little drive out. A lovely day. I mean, after this morning's mist, it's turned out beautiful. So we're travelling to Offley, my old job where I was in charge of garden steward here in the 60s, to see what effect it's having on this place this summer.
There we are.
There we are. Some more little pansies, well, that's still here. Well, that is amazing. What's that? Well, they've got a habit of seeding, and then the seed, there's an unusual way. The seed takes a while before it comes up again. Nikki was just pointing out how they've trimmed that in the autumn, the hedges, but because it's so mild, look, you can see at the top there, it's all sprouting again and growing. Of course, by now they should be dormant. There's even flowers coming on that Carrier japonica. Look at that. It shouldn't be doing at this time of the year, but yeah, still growing. Quite amazing. Thank you, baby boo.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Fuchsia, full flower. That's not bad for the 20th of November, is it? Something like that really. It should be frosty and everything, but it isn't. Actually, I planted a lot of these shrubs on here, actually. Yeah, what a lovely way to end this November day, this spectacular sunset. Haha, it's still very mild. It's getting a bit silly really. It's the 28th now of November, really at the tail end of November, and I found this spider's web here, which is obviously freshly made, and it's caught some dandelion seeds, parachutes. Look at that, isn't that amazing? I don't think that the spider's a vegetarian. You'll probably have to get all those off to catch flies, but there's quite a few of them here, which shows only the fact that the spider's still spinning webs at this time of the year, but the fact that dandelions are sending the seeds out and the webs are catching them. Oh, that's it. Friday the 2nd of December, and I've got frost on the car there. Look at that. But I think it's certainly shouldn't last long. It's only 8:30 in the morning. So that frost this morning has affected things here, 2nd of December, but not to that extent really, because the primroses are still flowering here, although the frost has caught this little friend here. Hasn't killed it, but it's just knocked it back a bit. But in actual fact, as I suspected, it has got a bit warmer again, and I think it's about, well, what is it now? It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I should think it's about 11 degrees, which is still quite mild for the 2nd of December. There you go. And the sky's clear. The thing is, they were talking, because we haven't had a lot of rain, it's quite likely that there'll be a drought in the summer now, because there hasn't been very much rain at all. Never mind the snow and stuff, we haven't even had rain, so it is really an unusual year. But there you go, see the periwinkles still flowering here. There's birds everywhere. There's one there, look. What's going on?